Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning into today's video. I have an update for you. Everything that has been going on the last 41 days in my challenge to myself to trade in my death pile for a new car. Are you ready to see what's been going on? Am I ready to tell you everything that's happened in the last 41 days? No time like the present. It seems fitting that we should start this update video out at the computer showing you my very real, very raw numbers. I feel like there's so much validity to just being able to show you guys at the computer screen and the exact numbers that I'm looking at, and then also being able to show you the math behind what I'm talking about and the advances that I've made since I decided I have to cash in this death pile for a car. Now, if you have just tuned into this challenge, basically my car, which I really like. I'm not gonna say I love it because you shouldn't love things that can't love you back, but I really like my car, and it started acting up. Long story short, it's just not something that we're able to repair, and we've thrown like $2,500 at it trying to repair it, so we decided to buy a new car. I don't really want a new car. I really like my car, but more than not wanting a new car, I don't want a car payment. I currently don't have a car payment. I don't anticipate on having one now. So what's a girl to do? What's a reseller to do when you have such a huge expense and you don't want a payment for it? The answer was obvious. I needed to start selling more on eBay. Now, as resellers, I'm sure you'll agree that the most fun part of our job is sourcing. And if you are sourcing more than you're listing, then that creates a pile, a back order, a backlog of items that are unlisted. Now, whatever you want to call this pile of items, you can call it your money pile, you can call it your investment stash, you can call it what most resellers call it, your death pile. It is a pile where items go to die, a sad reseller death. There is nothing like buying really awesome items, curating this stash of unlisted inventory, and then forgetting all about it. Why do we do this as resellers? I was thinking this week that the only thing I can really compare that to in a job that's not reselling would be the equivalent of driving to work and then just sitting in the parking lot. Never actually walking in or clocking in to your job. Guys, we're doing the fun part. We are going out and treasure hunting and sourcing and finding these really cool things, but you know what else is the fun part? When eBay says cha-ching, that's the fun part. You know what else is fun? Shipping the orders, because it means that someone bought something from you. All of these are fun parts of our job as well, and unless we're listing those items, we're not getting to experience that cha-ching. I'm here at the computer now, and we're going to look at my numbers from July 23rd, which was the first official day of this challenge, and we are going to compare them with the period prior, and we're going to see just how much have I sold in the last 41 days and what was I able to net. Okay, you can see that we are pulling a report from July 23rd, 2021 through today's date, September 1st. I still have the rest of the day to make sales. And let's see, eBay is going to automatically compare that with the prior 41 days, which would be June 12th until the 22nd of July. Drum roll, please. In that amount of time, I have sold $6,239.34. That is up 155.6%. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that number looks like in layman's terms, and we're going to go right past collected by eBay taxes and selling costs to what was my net from these sales. $3,956.40, you guys. That was over 206 items that I sold, and that averages me about $30.29 an item. So that is the number that stayed relatively the same. I did not increase nor decrease my average sales price, but every single other number you will see is between 145 and 155% better than the prior period. What do these numbers really translate to? Well, in the past 41 days, in those 206 items that I've sold, I am netting about $96.50 a day. But wait, there's more, because I made a few sales over on Poshmark as well. I've been trying to take my Poshmark cross-posting and sharing and offers to likers a lot more seriously. Let me tell you that offers to likers is not working out for me at all. The days that I've made offers to likers, I am sending out 270, maybe 280 offers at a time, and generally speaking, I get zero response from that. One day I sent out 30% off with discounted shipping of $5.95. I had one response. I sold a bracelet off of that. I made $11 off of that. So offers to likers on Poshmark is not being kind to me. But I have cross-posted. What I've cross-posted was shoes, which I understand sell better on Poshmark than other items. You know, you have to want to list things over on Poshmark that a buyer actually wants to pay almost $8 shipping for. A t-shirt like this, unless it's some incredible name brand, someone's probably not going to want to pay $7.50 shipping on a t-shirt, especially, you know, an item that you could sell for $10 free shipping over on eBay, $14 free shipping. You know, the profit just is not there over on Poshmark. So I'm trying to list higher dollar items, heavier items, things that buyers would typically have to pay more for. So over on Poshmark, I have made $118 in sales, which translates to $94.40 net to me. If I add up the $3,956.40 on eBay and the $94.40 net over on Poshmark, my overall net for the past 41 days reselling full-time is $4,050.80. You guys, I have made $98.80 a day since starting this challenge. Almost $100 a day. But let's break that down just a little bit further. So you saw that eBay was comparing with the prior 41 days. Now my prior net had only been $2,557.46. That means that I'm up $1,398.94. That is not what I made in the past 41 days. That's in addition to what I would have typically made, an extra $1,400. Now, prior, I only sold 142 items in the same amount of time that I have now sold 206 items. That's an additional 64 items. My prior daily net, get ready for this, was $62.30. So that means I'm making an extra almost $35 a day. You guys, that is a $240 raise per week. And if I were working a full-time job, that would translate, let's just say I was working a full-time 40-hour-a-week job. That would translate to giving myself a raise of over $6 an hour. Let that sink in for a minute, because I don't know a whole lot of jobs in this world that you can say, listen, I would like to work harder and I would like to make an extra $6 an hour, and your boss is going to say, I believe that you're worth it. It just doesn't happen. Even with inflation, it just does not happen that in the amount of time of 41 days, you're able to raise your average wage at $6 an hour. So I am thrilled to say that reselling can give you that, because you are your own boss. And as long as you are actually treating your business like a business, advances like this are totally possible. So being 41 days into this challenge of listing everything I can in a day, what have I learned? Now, in the very beginning of this challenge, I was listing 50 items a day. I did that every single day for 30 days. I went on vacation. I had some listings drafted and prepared for vacation. And I'll be honest with you, since I got back from vacation, I just haven't been hitting those numbers. I've been trying to list daily, and I can feel myself falling into old habits. One of the biggest things that I've learned about myself and about other resellers, but we'll try to focus just on myself, is that I've been lazy in this job. I can call this my full-time job, but unless I'm actually putting up listings every single day, what am I doing? Again, I'm driving to work, I'm doing all of the preparation to make money, and then I'm refusing to get out of the car. I will tell you that over the last 41 days, especially those first 3 weeks, I did not go to bed until 2 a.m. If you watch back some of those videos and you can see bags under my eyes, those are well-deserved bags. I have never felt more ready for a vacation in my entire life than after listing 50 items a day for 3 weeks straight. But I can see the end of the death pile. And during those 3 weeks when I was listing 50 items a day, I was still watching the same lives, I was still watching the same videos and hearing the same reseller excuse that we give ourselves. I'm gonna try to list 5 items a day today. I'm gonna try to list 10 items a day today. And then I'm watching Daily Refinement, for instance, and he's listing like 200 items a day. Yes, he has help. He's not a one-man show, but he's getting those numbers up. And I just thought, there's a big difference here. One of us is treating this like a hobby and the other is treating it like a business. And if I'm going to try to buy a car quickly in a matter of months with my income from eBay alone, then I had better treat this like a business. So it has caused me to rethink and shift the way that I feel about whether or not I got listings up on a given day. I can tell you that just since I've been back from vacation and my daily listings have slowed, so have my sales. So I'm committing to you guys today, we are going to start right back out until the death pile is where I want it to be, 25 items a day. Yes, that is cutting in half what I was previously doing, but I have to finish up the rest of this death pile. Now, that being said, I've learned something else about my business. I've went sourcing 2 or 3 times in the last week. And you guys might be saying, but Rachel, you still have a death pile. What are you doing? This is counterproductive to where you want it to be. While I was out sourcing, the first 2 times that I went out, I didn't buy a thing. I didn't see one thing that excited me enough that it wasn't going to end up in that same death pile. Because while I've been listing from the death pile, I realized the type of things that I put into the death pile in the first place. And I can tell you that if you're not sourcing and listing and selling things that you're passionate about, there are going to be a lot of daily chores that seem cumbersome. They will seem like chores, and listing, unfortunately, is going to be the biggest thing. Let's just take, for instance, I'm not a fisherman. If all that I picked up were vintage fishing lures, yeah, it's cool that they're vintage, but I'm not really gonna get excited about listing those. On the flip side, one of you watching this video may be so excited about vintage fishing lures that it's all you source. There's a big difference in our death piles. Mine's gonna have all of the fishing lures that I don't actually want to list, while you would actually list those fishing lures first. Do you see the difference in sourcing and listing things that you're actually excited about? So while I was sourcing and I wasn't coming across anything I was excited enough to bring home that I knew would not end up in the death pile, it got me to thinking, if I'm going to continue listing 25, 20, even 10 items a day, and I don't have any kind of a backstock, I'm going to have to be buying 10 items a day. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have no backstock whatsoever in your business, then there's nothing additional to pull from. So I just think that that's going to wind up with me going into the thrift store desperate for 10 items to list that day, 20 items to list that day, and buying either low quality items just to meet the quantity, or things that I am not excited about that, well, truth be told, is just going to end up in that same death pile. I want to avoid that altogether. So here's what I've decided to do. I have decided to reserve 100 items to store in a tote that I will be able to pull from and list when sourcing is a little bit dry. Tell me what you think about that number. And if you don't feel like 100 is a good number, tell me what you feel like would be safe. If my goal remains at least 20 items a day, which I feel like is a pretty good goal after this challenge is over, that's only 5 days worth of listing. That offers a really good cushion in case thrift stores were to shut down. My thrift store in my town has been shut down for a week tomorrow. And it offers a really good cushion if the pickings are dry. Let's say that I'm stuck at home. Let's say I ended up in quarantine. Let's say 100 different things happened. I feel like I need to have a week's worth of listable inventory on hand at all times. So I'm going to count through what I have left and pick out 100 items that I can store and reserve for just that purpose. Do you think this is a smart goal? Comment below and let me know what you would do and what you think is a safe number. I guess there's not much else to say other than, guys, I think I'm within a month and a half at most of getting my car, from selling things on eBay, from pumping the gas, and from absolutely trading in my death pile. And I'm going to walk you guys through it whenever we're done and show you what the office looks like now. And trust me, it is a 360 difference from that very first day when I was so vulnerable and showed you guys what the death pile looked like, and it was so embarrassing. I'm going to show you all of those little areas where I took you around and showed you piles and boxes and bins and bags of unlisted inventory that I was embarrassed and ashamed of, and I'm going to show you what those areas look like now. Because one of the biggest areas, this wall that I'm looking at right now that was just piled up, is now piled up with a new shelf and new bins for all of the listed inventory. Guys, I have added to my numbers in such a tremendous way, and I will not spare you a single number at the end of this challenge. I'm gonna show you after 90 days exactly what my 90-day numbers look like on day one and what they look like at the end of this challenge. So if you're interested in that, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and turn on bell notifications. YouTube is gonna keep telling you when I am pouring out good information, and the very next video coming out is a what sold video. So if you want to know the types of things that I sell that are bringing me these numbers, bringing me an average sales price of $30, definitely, like I say, subscribe and turn on notifications. I will see you guys with a what sold video very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, hit the like button and drop in a birthday candle or a birthday cake, because guys, it's September 1st. My birthday is this month, and I'm going to be celebrating it all month long. Check out Instagram. I promise to host some giveaways over there as well, and maybe some surprise pop-up giveaways here on the channel. So September is birthday month. Like the video, drop a birthday cake or a candle or something down below. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and say it with me: treat your business like your business.